If you're reading this, you should know that I feel like I'm in a downward spiral a lot of times. Sometimes I get up from bed, eat breakfast, go to work or school, go home, read creepy stories, see some dank-ass Reddit memes, then go to sleep. Then other times I change my mind, probably getting a $576 card from the bank to gamble it all away on pink skeleton shirts, watch Bill O'Reilly reruns for endless hours since I have no life, and just wash away memories. Until recently, because I discovered something that I am now 100% attached to and I've been saying my piece on, which is I'm a fan of Regular Show. Regular Show is a great snicker show. Why? Because it's an abnormal show, unlike many other animated cartoon show I've seen in the last 10 or 20 years since I was born. It features a blue jay named Mordecai and a raccoon named Rigby, who work for a gumball machine named Tom Serve named Benson, who yells a lot and turns red every time he gets pissed. Wait, why did I mention the show's plot when you already know the show in the first place? Duh. But if there's one thing that people may or may not know about, well, many people did not know about. Regular Show had a lost episode that was never aired. It was rumored to be titled Nobody Likes Benson. One day I was working at a video game store owned by a couple of smelly-ass cuckold soy boys. They told me to sell Uncharted 4 and Doom 2016 for $1 each because those two were on sale before the end of the month. I was kind of expecting yet another day at the game store where I'm greeted with shitty Tumblr users and a bunch of brain-dead Rick and Morty fan fucks. Neither here or there. But the customer that came in, who was actually German, demanded a copy of WarioWare for the Virtual Boy for the same price. But that game was only $20. He didn't have that money, so he graciously traded me a present. A VHS tape, of course. It was written in neon pink Comic Sans font. Regular Show. Nobody Likes Benson. Which is a lost episode of Benson, and had a swastika on his forehead with a picture of Mordecai and Rigby smeared all over. Okay. I was so happy at that moment that I left work early that I told my boss that I was going to smoke my cigarette, which somehow led my boss to fire me. Wait, he doesn't know that I smoke cigarettes. What a jerk. But yeah, I left work by driving my 1965 Chevrolet Corvette to my $900,000 apartment. Yes, I put the tape on, rewound the tape. This German man wasn't kind to this tape at all. Fixed the coax cables, and as soon as the tape finished rewinding, I pushed play. The episode began normally, with Benson yelling at Mordecai and Rigby for not doing their chores at the park. However, Mordecai seemed a little depressed and looked like he wanted to cry, and Rigby looked like he wanted to vomit. It seemed like they were tortured by Benson in a realistic manner.
Dude,
Mordecai says.
What has Benson done to us? He's such a pasta.
Wait, is he referring to CREEPYPASTA? Oh, whatever. We cut to Benson, who looked like he was listening to Weathered by Creed, which is one of the greatest albums of all time, made by one of the greatest bands that ever hit the airwaves. Which is all true, but with the discordant colors, I was scared. Benson seemed a little depressed and more times than not frightened even. It looked like he wants to apologize to Mordecai and Rigby, but as he walks out and he sees a little man that looked like George Jetson teabagging Mordecai and Rigby, it seemed like Cartoon Network wanted to revive the Jetsons by making a Regular Show / Jetsons crossover, but I digress. Benson leaves the park and asks himself, what am I doing with my life? Then a picture of the 9/11 attacks appeared on screen, which ruins the mood of the episode. Then we cut to Benson on the floor dead. The tape ended. I questioned myself on why this episode exists. Is this a comedic prank or a satire? Or is this somehow real? Still, what the hell is this shit? After getting psychotherapy and trying to hug my teddy bear Chesterton, I breathed for fresh air. All of a sudden, out in the distance, someone, some way, somehow came back for me. It was a German man. He wanted the tape back for me. I ran as fast as I can back to my apartment, hiding from the German man, but as powerful as he is, he came out faster and faster and faster. And as it turns out, he actually is George Jetson.
Now that I know where you live,
said George Jetson,
I need to see that tape immediately.
He strangled me and shoved 3 testicles in my face. fainted in a coma, and the last thing I saw was George giggling and grabbing the tape and shoving it in my face. Plus, Benson is actually real because he came out and used a chainsaw to slash my half. Well, that's regular show, all right. Fuck it.